Hey, Tony Gassens here. A little morning session. It's almost 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm headed to the gym. And I was thinking last night how I just do not like working out. But I got my consistency shirt on today. These shirts not even for sale. If you see consistency, that's the word that's behind my head in my office, in my corporate office, not my home office. And I got these shirts. I think I got 10 or 12 of them made, and it's just for me. You know, I'm the only one wearing them. I don't even sell them, but just to remind myself to be consistent. And I probably done lost 10, 20 pounds just by little small consistent gains daily. And it's one thing that I'm thinking about of how we get to choose the life that we have. Zig Ziglar said he never ate anything by accident. We get to choose the life we have, and we get to decide every day if we want to do what feels comfortable or if we want to do what's necessary. And what's necessary is rarely comfortable. What's necessary is rarely convenient. It's not something that we really want to do, but you have to do what you have to do. And then when you do what you have to do, you have to continue to do it. And that's why I made a thing of the word consistency, because I go work out with a trainer twice a week, which is not a lot, but it's $40 each time, so it's $80 a week, so that's $320 a month. So it's a nice little bill. And I like the way that my body is looking, but then if I take a week or 2 weeks off, if I take 1 week off, it's beneficial. Rest is productive, as the quote says. But if I take 2 weeks off, my body composition will start to change in a negative way, and then I got to get back in there. But when I get back in there after missing a week, one time I missed 2 weeks, get back in there and it's like starting all over again. Like the muscles be hurting, be sore for 2-3 days after a good lift. The weights feel heavier, you know, it feels harder. And that's where consistency comes in. So you really have to think about this thing and process it and really come to a place to where you can remind yourself that you have to be consistent. And you have to get to a place to where you ask yourself before you do anything, before you do everything, how is this going to benefit my life? And when you think about it, a lot of times we make choices that are bad choices. And we can look at the other areas of our life and we can say, well, how does this area of my life look in comparison to this other area of my life? And I don't believe the quote that says how you do one thing is how you do everything, or how you do whatever it says. I don't believe that, because we have strengths and weaknesses. But there is some truth in the quote that says everything affects everything. So even with, you know, I've been fasting daily, and then I'll eat. Sometimes that fasting will mess you up, because you'll fast all day and then you'll eat bad because you're starving. But having the discipline to fast and then eat healthy, and then do that again and again and again and again, it's not easy, but you have to be consistent. But I believe that correlates to, you know, people who have watched me. On one video, a lady told me, she was like, Tony, you lost a lot of weight. I hope you're okay. And I'm doing the best I've been in my life. But the thing about it is after losing maybe 20 pounds, it's probably a max of 20 pounds, anywhere between 10 and 20. I didn't really weigh myself before I started, fasting and cutting weight. But before doing that, right after doing that fast and losing that weight, my body changing for the better, I get the opportunity to sell 20% of my YouTube channel. And in doing so, I'm doing that in the process, and people looking at a new me, a slimmer me, a more consistent me. Now think about this. When I wasn't eating the best, my videos weren't that consistent. And they were kind of all over the place, and I didn't get to the office and sit down as much as I do now. Now, every video, back then, every video was in the car. Now, almost every video is in my office. And the car videos are like the rarity. But that's because of consistency. That's because of having a plan and a schedule. And so here it is, I lose weight. My videos pick up. The content, I have more clarity, more focus. Then I'm able to create series, a little ugly, a little nasty, a little dummy. Now we got a little smarty entering the chat. So now that's 4 different series. And that came from the clarity. But then also by fasting, water fasting, liquid fasting, what I do, and eating healthier and being more mindful of what I'm eating, comes clarity, but then also a clean heart, a clean spirit. Because when you watch what you eat, you also then become more conscious of watching what you're thinking, what you're saying, who you're talking to, watching what you're watching what you're listening to. You're more mindful and you're more watchful. And so then from there comes a different mental focus and mental clarity. And then here comes the opportunity to do the fundraiser. But the fundraiser comes after having the confidence and the clarity to go live more. So I don't like doing lives, and I don't like doing premieres, because I'm truthfully, in real life, I'm an introvert. So I don't like doing lives and premieres because it's like all eyes on you. But in the process of fasting and losing weight, it then produced confidence, so I'm able to be more confident to go live or to film a video and to premiere it instead of just releasing it randomly. So when you go live, that's how companies like Gigastar see you, because they're looking at YouTube, they're YouTube scouts. They're looking at the lives, because that shows them active creators. So I get an email from a company that's SEC regulated with their channel drops, and then I do the drop, and we raise $500,000 in 30 days. And that right there is mind-boggling. But if you notice, remember the quote, Zig Ziglar said, everything affects everything. Now imagine if I was overweight, and now I have muscle mass, so technically I might still be overweight, my body mass, because I'm 5'10", 190 pounds, but I'm like 80% or more of muscle. So just on the BMI, it may look like I could be overweight, but in my body, I look perfectly fine, I feel perfectly fine. And gonna continue to lean out though. I want to get about, because I get down to like 185. I want to get about 180, and then just maintain like 180. The lowest I've been and very muscular is like 165, 170. That was in college playing football. Then 175. But I don't want to be too small. But imagine if I was overweight and I'm trying to raise $500,000 in 30 days. Some people would have just subconsciously looked at me and say, you know, well, can I trust them? You know, if I was like 300 pounds or what have you, 350, even if I was, because when my face was real puffy and stuff, I was 200 pounds. And then sometimes I get up, I think the highest I seen on the scale was like 208. But even then, it's like people will just subconsciously say, well, can I trust them? Can I trust them if I invest $100 into his channel and get this, you know, really, really, really small percentage? Can I trust him to keep doing videos? You know, does he look tired? Does he look lethargic? Is he gonna be consistent? Is he gonna film every day? Or close to it, at least 5 days a week? You know, is he gonna do even 3 days a week? And that question would have been in people's mind subconsciously. But when people watching you glow up, they watching your skin get clearer, they watching your face get slimmer, they watching your production, your output increase. So they seeing you, and I'm not talking just about me, I'm talking about you, like in your real life. Like when people see you slimming down, they see you dressing better, they see you doing more work at work, like your output increases, your dedication increases. They start to see that and they like, whoa, what's going on? And see, my son and my wife, they had this joke, because I was wearing consistency when I was still overweight. And my wife, she was like, one day she was like, yeah, me and T be joking like, yeah, consistency what? Consistently eating. And she said that, you know, and it was just her little way just to take a little dig. I could never say that to her as a woman. But see, as men, sometimes we get those jokes and, you know, we have to take those. And it hurt my feelings. But now they see that consistency. So now they see, so now when my son seen me raise $500,000 in 30 days, he like, whoa. And then they seen me lose weight, lose 20 pounds, like, whoa. So it's like the people right next to me watching me glow up. And then my wife, she seen my mental health get better. You know, just my peace and my clarity and my mindset. She has watched that get better. And so it's one of them things of like people right there in your day-to-day life watching you glow up. And that's the thing. And when you get those little wins, you start to get those little wins. Now here I am coming up here to get me a workout in 7 o'clock in the morning. I was supposed to be here 9 o'clock and I woke up at 5:30. And I was up listening to my Bible, doing my Bible study. And then I text my trainer, hey, what's your earliest availability? He said, come up here now. And I just want to shoot this video on here just to make use of my time. And there's people in here already working out. I see somebody on the bench press. That might be my trainer. See another man in here working out. Another man just leaving. Now these Caucasians. And this man here look like he in his 50s. And he in here this time of morning working out. He built worse than me. And working out better than me. More than me. So realize this. Somebody working Somebody want your spot. Somebody want your man. The husband you waiting on, the wife you waiting on. Somebody want your woman. Somebody want your job. Somebody want your raise. Somebody want your increase. And yeah, what God got for you, can't nobody take it. But God ain't got it for you if you ain't dedicated, if you ain't consistent. God don't bless mess. God bless consistency. God bless sacrifice. God bless a willing and diligent and obedient heart. That's what God bless. He don't bless slothfulness. He don't bless laziness. He don't bless excuses. Read your word. You'll see the attributes of the Lord. Hey, this Tony Jackson. God bless you. Let me get off here. Y'all know I talk an hour now. I'll be back though. God bless you. Get to the office later today. And Tatum got a picnic today, so I got to go to the picnic. So I might get to do this. I might get to go to the office, shoot the whole video, and then go to the picnic, then come back to the office, get some more work in. Come on now. Got more time than we need. We got more time than we need in 24 hours. That's what I'm learning. That's what the Lord showing me. God bless you. We'll talk soon.